Hi, I'm Julia, and I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about what is behind Honest Aromas Ethical Holistic Health. First, I'd like to talk about essential oils and what they are and what they are not. Essential oils are produced by taking 100% plant material and putting them through a distillation process. There's water and oil that's collected in that process, and both can be used for a medicinal and therapeutic value. They also have a fragrance value when used as well. But fragrance oil is different in this way. Fragrance oil is produced in a lab chemically just for a fragrance value. So, fragrance oil is what you would find in scented candles, room fresheners, and things like that. And they do not have a medicinal or therapeutic value to them. So, I wanted to distinguish what the difference is between essential oils and just any fragrance oil. Moving on to the ethical side of our essential oils that we choose oils that are either certified organic or they're wild or ethically harvested. Ethically harvested or wild harvested in many countries, they're too poor to even use pesticides on their plant material. So, what you find in the wild naturally growing would be harvested and used to produce the essential oils in the distillation process. So, we choose those types of oils that have that certified organic standard or are just naturally organic. Moving on to the holistic side, that has a 22-year plus history for me. I was privileged to have 4 children that I wasn't supposed to have, and they all were born with environmental or food allergies. During that time, it was before the internet, and I couldn't Google symptoms like we can today. So I spent a lot of time praying for answers. I spent a lot of time talking to health store owners who I found to be very knowledgeable and helpful to me. Of course, I was still going to Western medicine. I was still seeing doctors, and we went to some of the best. But no one really had any answers for me. This is before the days of, or the terminology of gluten-free or celiac. But that is clearly what we were dealing with back then. It was largely unknown, and I would say it still is pretty unknown today. But as I would start implementing the ideas that the health store owners had and just taking a different perspective on my children's health and my own health, I would see that the environmental load or the attacking of the immune system was coming down in our children, and the health of our children was starting to emerge. So things that I did were things like not using chemicals in the home, watching dust and mold in the home, starting to use more natural products, making my own cleaners, making radical shifts in diet, sometimes extremely simple. One diet that we used was simply yams, venison, and olive oil for many months. And those are the types of things we had to do to reroute our children's health. We saw that Western medicine tended to look at the symptoms just individually and not integrated. And that's a pretty common term now, integration, health integration. And that goes along with holistic. So it's looking at the whole person. It's seeing that the exercise that we get or don't get affects us. The time we spend spiritually affects us. The food we eat or choose not to eat affects us. The measures and the care we take for self-health, for mental health, for stress relief affects us. And we saw that with our children, and we saw it with ourselves. And it's just a different way of looking at the person and realizing that we are complex and all of the things work together for optimum health. So I hope that's been helpful in giving you what the heart is behind Honest Aromas, which is really to help others with what we've learned and pass that knowledge on and pass that benefit on. So thank you for listening and have a great day.